every 3 weeks. So we were constantly improving and changing on the project. So I do apologize. A lot of things happened, and the code base just became so big that we were worried that you guys would like come in with like no Unity experience and see this and be like, what have I done?
Yeah, like something that's also like some of the tips that I was going to ask you guys. Like, how would you like recommend properly studying it?
I'm not sure
Because
if you
like
can actually close that.
yeah, like
Good try.
Oh,
properly
okay.
studying it because like
So
for
a
example,
lot of like um like if you want to study this stuff, you can pull up either the official Unity documents or one of our buddies did basically is like you want to like pick a goal and then if he ever got like super stuck, he actually just used ChatGPT
no, I meant
because
like
ChatGPT is just like a Google search engine.
yeah.
It'll tell you the information you need because it's based off web
No,
scraping.
I meant more in the case of like the code because like for example,
Oh, studying the code
yeah,
base.
because like for example, as I was picking up like I don't know like some files that I thought were related to like the bug, but then I wasn't able to find like where were they
Yeah,
being
some
used
of
in
the
the
bugs
code
are
or
like combination of factors that happen. That's kind
mm-hmm.
of like what bugs are.
Yeah.
Um, I would rather you suggest you pick a feature, a single feature. It doesn't have to be how big or small. Let's say you want to like, you're curious on how the coils snap off. Work backwards from there. I want you to like really fully understand that whole process. Then Unity slowly starts opening up. Then start applying those little aspects to other things, right? So like, um, but that's what I'm basically trying to say is instead of trying to understand what we wrote for you to do, try to like pick a feature that we've already done and try to understand it fully. Because once it, you're learning Unity, so instead of just stressing about adding to it, just try to fully understand the project, and then maybe as you fully understand, you'll be like, oh, maybe I could add this, maybe I could add that.
On the objects.
Oh yeah. It's that too.
You're just
Hit play again. Run through the door. Just like run through it.
But like for example,
Where are they?
What?
What is happening? Open the door. They shouldn't despawn for any
it was
reason.
working fine.
but like a question that I was trying to ask was like for example,
Run through it without like the coils.
uh
It's okay. Normally the coils are there.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
oh sure. For example, we were trying to check like get like stuff related to like the speech bubbles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were trying to check like the thing about like this peak being too high or something like that. And then we were like reading the part of the code. We weren't able to like. It was getting hard to know like what was calling and where was the script being used, or
Yeah.
like do you have any tips on like how to handle this? Like, how do we get like a specific feature and is able to like connect with all this? Because it's just like a bunch of assets, a bunch of scripts, a
Yeah.
bunch of
Because like
game objects.
uh inherently I think you're looking a little too broad.
Yeah.
So let's say for example, like you understand the raycast idea, right? Basically the remote has to send a raycast signal upwards. So that means something like above the player has to, but it's constantly following them. So basically, you understand that, like, you need to understand that for something to follow the camera, it has to be a child in the camera. So basically, something above the player takes in a raycast to alert that like something's blinking at it, and then it pushes down a trigger. So basically, like it sounds confusing, but it's little small details from like understanding the total situation. So you know the controllers send raycasts rays, right?
Yes.
So that means something has to trigger that or accept the raycast. So then you just, and this is gonna sound crazy. You're just gonna have to comb through the necessary areas. The raycast signal has to follow the player, so it has to be related to the player. And then you're just gonna skim through everything related to the player, which is like not that big of an area because you're not looking through the room, you're not looking through the error checks, you're not looking through the managers, you're not looking through the lightings or the coils. You're just looking at the player.
Okay.
You want to minimize the search area.
Okay. Would you also be able to like later also show the folder structure inside the script? Because I remember that like
Yeah.
when I was checking it, we had like the folder structure for like the auto stuff, but not inside scripts. Like would you be able to like later like go over it as well?
The full structure,
Yeah, for the scripts.
uh, which one?
Like for just the general one for for the folders and scripts.
Oh, for all the folders of them.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I can go with that if you want. And now we start the scans. You hit the computer screen with the trigger.
Oh, you don't actually press start button.
No, no, no. So the basically, yeah, you also have to understand the MRI room. So that room is the only place you can start a scan. The MRI itself only works to push the table in.
Is there a functionality behind the start button on the little panel?
Um, you mean that big thingy?
Yeah, the little white thing. If you press on it,
That's a like even the tablet.
yeah, that.
That's a leftover from the first group that had this project.
Doesn't do much.
It doesn't really have a purpose aside from adjusting volume and these lights. So so this doesn't actually have a purpose.
I think I was trying to start it.
Yeah, which is very fair. Ray told us that we don't start the exam through that. If you do have any questions about the process, please don't hesitate to ask Ray. Uh, I think when he was working with us, he understood that we needed to fully understand the process to be able to work. So he might be able to provide you with an actual like flowchart. Started days pretty early today.
Yeah.
You normally start like at 7.
Like the class is usually like 8:30, but today would be 9:30. But then the class is canceled, so
The schedule's pretty nice this semester.
yeah.
We get off early most of the
Yeah, I think something's pushing the table down.
That's fine. I think that bug was like,
Yeah.
so you see those smudges appear when you tell them to leave the room.
Yeah, so I can. It's not.
Yeah, no, it seems like every game object is
Basement.
no, they just all disappeared.
Yeah, so I'll essentially be able to like grab it, and then it'd be like in my hand right there, and then I can just move it close to it. So like, I just move it up here, then it just disappears.
Two colliders.
Over here, it disappears.
And then if you walk through the third room, you'll see the third time.
Third air check, and
Yeah.
also the patient goes in here as well.
But this is like because he asked us to because the patient would change clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when you hit this continue or finish, basically, you put into this room. So remember how I said the final panel? These final panels we populated with the correct and incorrect information from each check. And then basically there's a restart button to restart the simulator because in this situation, this is where a professor might speak with the student that's working on this and being like, why did you get this wrong? Do you understand why you got this wrong? Blah, blah, blah. That's the point of the checks. And if you wanted a reason why they exist, it's because it's a student simulator. So it's meant to purely be teaching students. And now we're just going to exit out of the game. So you want to talk about the folder structure.
I'm sorry, could you just pause or stop the recording?